Um, This public hearing was properly published, and the notice was posted in town hall. We have a quorum of members, specifically myself, Mr. Cole, Mr. Waugh, Mr. Mulligan, also present. Oh, Miss Van Giesen is with us. So we have 5 members present. The board secretary, Stacy Faber, is present. Also present is the building commissioner of the town, Thomas Evers, and we can proceed. We might want to take out of order whether the minutes of the meeting of February 2, 2022 ought to be changed in any way or otherwise approved.
Mr. Marnick, I had the ones from December 1st, January 19th, and February 2nd for approval.
Well, Stacy, the second time you sent the notice, the notice of public hearing, it omitted those other 2, and I figured you dropped them out for a reason. All
Oh,
right.
no, that's weird.
Okay. And
I'll move to approve the minutes, Mr. Chairman.
very well. Is there any discussion? Is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Second by Mr. Waugh. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor of approving the minutes of those 3 meetings, vote aye.
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 The motion carries unanimously. Those minutes are approved. We have one item on the agenda tonight, and that is the case number 2169, the application of Tom and Carla Mangiafico, if I pronounced it correctly. It's a beautiful surname, but I don't know about my pronunciation. Where they have applied for a special permit in accordance with General Laws, Chapter 40A, Section 6, and particularly Sections 164, 3C, 1B of the zoning bylaw of the town, also Sections 164, 43, and 44, which are sections of the zoning bylaw relating to the considerations which go into the granting or denial of special permit. Now, the applicants are proposing the construction of an addition in the location of an existing non-conforming deck. And the property is located at 19 Westwood Drive, Orleans, map number 28, parcel number 81. The application was submitted on behalf of the owners by Mr. Little of Ryder and Wilcox. Now, I'm asking if any members of the board have any communication with the applicant or any of the applicant's agents, which would ought to be disclosed to the board or the public, or would otherwise constitute a conflict of interest. No positive response. Therefore, I declare all members of the board present as indifferent and impartial. And I think we can hear from Mr. Little.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. David Little from Ryder and Wilcox. And Tom Mangiafico is present as well, attending this hearing. Can you hear me okay? Okay, thank you. I just wanted to check. Thank you very much. So Tom and Carla are proposing renovations and additions to their house located on Westwood Drive. The work will result in the creation of a family room on the first floor and an expanded bedroom on the 2nd floor. The addition, as you mentioned, Mr. Marnick, is located within the footprint of an existing non-conforming deck. If you've had an opportunity to look at the site plan, there is a septic tank located under the deck, very close to the addition, that will have to be relocated or replaced. And if we are successful this evening, obviously we will move forward with making that change. The Tom has reached out to his most affected neighbor to the west, and I understand that you have a letter in your possession from that neighbor. And we're certainly comfortable with any restrictions or requirements that the board may place on putting on this addition. So that being said, I'll move on to the special permit criteria. The site is adequate for the proposed addition. The building coverage of 1,506 square feet is increasing to 1,794 square feet, which is only 6.5% of the total lot area. So that's significantly lower than the 15% maximum allowable. The site's suitable for the proposed addition. The expansion occurs within the footprint of the existing deck. And I would like to add that there would be no removal of any trees or anything that provides a buffer for the affected neighbor to the west. There would be no impact on traffic flow or safety. The addition, as you can see on the plans, is located on the rear of the house. So there is no impact on neighborhood visual character other than the addition to the west, who is quite far away and already screened from the project. The dwelling is served by a Title V septic system and town water, and there are no stormwater drainage issues on the site. And as I mentioned earlier, if we are successful this evening, we will have to deal with the septic tank issue, which is too close to the addition. Utilities and public services are not impacted by the proposed project. And with respect to noise and litter, there would only be temporary impacts during construction. And we believe that the impact on groundwater quality, recharge volume, and water quality of coastal and freshwater would not be impacted by the proposed addition. So I believe Tom, who is available, is ready to answer any questions, as well as myself. And I will turn it over to you, Mr. Marnick, at this point. Thank you very much.
Very well. Members of the board, you all have been addressed and forwarded an email from Drake C. Stinson of 23 Westwood Drive. I think Mr. Little, is that the letter you were referring to? He said that his only request was the applicant consider placing some landscaping screening on the applicant's property along the property line, where there is less setback now. But actually, there isn't any less setback at all. I know what he means. He means the corner. You're actually, the setback is going to be increased by some half a foot.
That's correct, Mr. Marnick.
Very well. And Mr. Little, you state that you have, or the applicant has been in communication with Mr. Stinson about that question.
Yes, sir.
Any members of the board have any question of the applicant or Mr. Little? Mr. Cole?
Thank you. So 164.3C provides for protection, if you will, for pre-existing, legally pre-existing non-conforming structures. Is there, was the deck initially, the leap from a deck to an addition is it's different. Is the record in the file that the deck was legally permitted and it is in fact pre-existing non-conforming?
I defer to Tom Evers on that.
Tom's muted.
I don't, I think the house is old enough and it was built long enough that it has standing. You know, if something's done with a permit incorrectly, After 6 years, it's legal.
Yeah, I guess that's my question. Is it pre-existing because it pre-existed the zoning code that created the 25-foot setback, or is it pre-existing because it was permitted, built in the wrong location, and nobody told them to remove it?
If you want to hang on, well, you can continue your meeting. I'll take a look.
Mr. Little, do you know the answer to that question?
I do not, Mr. Marnick, no.
The real question, I think, is when was the existing deck put in that position?
I would agree, and I have to defer to the building inspector on that. I don't know. Tom is here. Do you know when the deck was constructed, Tom? Mr. Mangiafico?
I do not know when the deck was constructed. It was when we purchased the home in 2011. It was there. And the home was built in the early 70s, I believe, by the Goodspeeds. And so we're only the second owner. I do not know when it was put on. I assume it was put on sometime during their tenure there.
Thank
And
you.
well before our purchase in 2011.
Yeah, the statement that you said that it was there 10 years ago when you bought it, I believe would have satisfied what Mr. Evers was saying, that that's over the 6-year period. So therefore, it's really a non-question with respect to not being pre-existing. It was there. So that, I think, takes care of that question, if you will, in my opinion.
House was built in 1973. And the only other permit I can find is for some interior remodel done in 2012 or 2012. So it was either, I mean, it has standing, even if it was done without a permit. I assume it went up when the house was built, but the files from back then are so, today this file would be this thick.
Right. I'm satisfied with that response. Thank you.
Very well. Mr. Ward, do you have any questions?
I know I did visit the site, and I'm perfectly satisfied with the application, and to be blunt, would like to approve it. Or I
Very
will.
well.
approve it.
Mr. Mulligan, do you have any questions?
I don't, but I'll second George's motion.
Ms. Van Giesen, do you have any questions of the applicant?
No, Mr. Chairman, no questions. Thank you.
Very well. Now, let me ask that, right, there's a motion to approve with a second on record. I need to ask whether there's anyone present at this hearing wishing to speak either in favor or in opposition or just some general comment on the application. I hear no positive response. Therefore, I will declare the hearing closed for taking of evidence and ask if there's any discussion on the motion seconded. There isn't, then I will call for a vote by poll. Mr. Marnick, yes. Mr. Cole,
Yes.
Mr. Wall,
Yes,
Ms. Van Giesen,
Yes,
Mr. Mulligan,
yes,
and the motion carries unanimously. The special permit will issue without condition.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Little.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you. There's
it's a
no
beautiful
further-
piece of property. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, we have, and we'll continue to do that. We love it there.
Thank you, John, for doing the research on the fly.
Problem.
If there's no further business to become before the meeting, then we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
move to adjourn.
And is there a second?
Second. Second.
All those in favor by acclamation?
Aye.
Aye.
bye.
Motion carries unanimously. This meeting is closed. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
You.